수업 시작을 합시다. 오늘 많이 갑자기 수업이 작아졌지? 13명에서 5명으로 옮겨졌으니까. 그래도. 일단 너네가 다음 주에 디베이트 할 토픽이 You guys are the plastic bags should be or should not be banned team. So I'm assuming that you guys know who is on your team inside this Zoom, who is like your debate team. And so today we're doing mock debate and we're going to read an article together, look at the main ideas, and then you guys will kind of do like on the spot debate. 그 article를 보고 너네 팀의 유리한 포인트들을 찾아서 스피치를 할 수 있게 하는 거야. 대신 이제 미리 보니까 미리 이미 리서치를 한 친구들이 있더라고. 근데 오늘의 룰은 you cannot use the information, outside information that you've researched already. You're only allowed to use the information that is in the article we read today. So keep that in mind as we go through reading all that. So, okay, let's get started. Okay. So you guys all got a copy of this document. And if you look on Classroom, there should be a copy of this document with today's assignment, the week 6, session 1. Okay, so we're going to read this article together. So 한 명씩 돌아가면서 읽을 테니까 내가 처음 읽고 여기 often부터 alike까지 지원이가 한번 읽자. 그리고 거기선 we can continue like a relay. Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
So there are two documents. So there's one about the drug and then one about the plastic bag. So can we just ignore the drug document? Okay.
Oh, and like, do we do the main points, main idea thing on like 직석으로?
Which main idea are you talking about? Your argument main ideas?
Yeah.
Yes. So just the point is that you can find the evidence that you need from this article by looking at it. So your points should come from this article, if that helps. 그리고 we have to go through main ideas as well, so that might take us some time. I don't know. Thankfully, this is your last like actual class, and next week will just be debate and like all that. So congratulations, you guys have survived 6 weeks of Zoom English class. Anyways, let's start. Okay. In the open-air Wakulima market, thin plastic shopping bags have disappeared, banished by Kenya's national bag ban. Produce sellers in this busy agricultural hub 95 miles northwest of Nairobi now pack perishables in thicker bags made of synthetic fabric.
Do I read now?
Yes.
Okay. Often described as the world's #1 consumer product, as well as the most ubiquitous shopping bags are now among the world's most banned. As of last July, the United Nations counted 127 nations that have bagged or taxed bags. And bag regulations have proliferated so quickly, especially at the local level, that even an Al-Qaeda bag terrorist group joined in banning plastic shopping bags last summer as a serious threat to the well-being of humans and animals alike.
So looking at that article, that paragraph, what is the main idea of the paragraph that 지원이가 방금 읽은 paragraph?
I have
Yes?
a question.
Yes.
I didn't understand some of the words here.
What words did you not understand? We can go over them.
I didn't understand ubiquitous.
Ubiquitous?
Yeah. And proliferated.
Proliferated.
Yeah.
Okay. So we can go over those. It's best in this situation to look in context, even though it's not easy to use context sometimes. But one moment. So basically, ubiquitous means that it's everywhere. You can find it anywhere you go. So it's like McDonald's. You turn the street and you can find it. If you live in Thailand, 7-Elevens are ubiquitous. They're everywhere. You go across the street and then there's another one down the street, like 5 blocks away from you. That's ubiquitous. As for proliferated, it's like increased in a sense. Does that make sense? So it means that it increased at a really fast speed. So, for example, if you have rabbits, rabbits will give birth to lots of babies at one time. So they would proliferate in a sense if you left them in the wild. All good? Does anybody else have any words or parts they don't understand in the paragraph?
We're at the part that says the United Nations counted 127 nations that have banned or taxed bags.
Mhm.
So they banned and taxed bags, and bag regulations have proliferated so quickly. Does that mean like it decreased or increased?
So it increased. So following the United Nations already had this thing where they were banning bags, and they said that in 127 nations they counted that the what am I trying to say? There's 127 nations they counted that were already banning or taxing bags. And what they found was that even though there are these nations that are already banning and taxing bags, even from that point, bag regulations, so the banning and taxing of bags, has increased very rapidly at like a local level. So not just on a national level where countries decide to do this, but maybe even cities or towns decide to have these kind of bans. And there have been a lot of those kind of things happening after this. Does that make sense?
Could you repeat it one more time?
Oh, sorry. Okay, so it says that the United Nations counted 127 nations that have banned or taxed bags, and bag regulations have proliferated so quickly, especially at the local level, and then so on and so forth. So we talked about how proliferated means to increase rapidly. So in this case, it would mean that the United Nations counted that 127 nations have banned or taxed bags, but even at the local level, bag regulations have increased very rapidly recently. Yes. Was that a little bit more clear? Okay. So now we're going to go over the main idea of this paragraph. Does anyone know what the main idea of this paragraph is?
Is it often described as the world's #1 consumer product? That plastic bags are the world's #1 consumer product.
Not quite. The paragraph itself is going for a more general kind of main idea.
Could it be many countries are banning plastic bag usages?
So this paragraph's main idea is looking over that the banning of plastic bags is regularly increasing. So it's continuing to increase more and more. And there are more countries, there are more cities, and they say even a terrorist group is saying that we have to ban plastic bags. So plastic bags are being banned more. Okay, so we are going to, oh my goodness, go over the second paragraph here. starting from this to them, can Hayne read that for us?
This spring, the European Union took steps to ban plastic bags as part of a sweeping effort on plastic items found most commonly on Europe's beaches. In the United States, New York this month became the second state after California to ban plastic bags, and at least 95 bills relating to plastic bags were introduced in state legislative seasons in this winter. More than any other year, Hawaii has a de facto statewide bag ban because every country banned them.
Okay, so just like the paragraph that we just read, this one is actually connected to it. So the main idea is pretty much the same. There have been more efforts, there have been increasing efforts to ban plastic bags. So that is what the main idea is. 그러면은 let's see. Yet부터 limitations까지 예지가 한번 읽어볼까?
Yet, as bag bans spread around the globe, their effectiveness, despite Wikipedia's sunny appraisal of Kenya's effort, remains an unanswered question. Bag bans have spawned bans of other plastic products, including plates, cups, cutlery, straws, and bottles as part of an expanding effort to reduce single-use plastics, which make up about 40% of the plastics manufactured worldwide. But whether bans can significantly reduce plastic waste, which leaks into the oceans at an average rate of 8 billion tons a year, remains to be seen, especially when considering that plastic production is forecast to double by 2040 and may account for 20% of the world's oil production by 2050. Even the most ardent proponents of bans are aware of their limitations.
Very good. So as we look at this one, the main idea, the focus of the paragraph has kind of shifted from the paragraphs that we saw before. So does anybody want to suggest what the main idea of this paragraph is?
Could it be, even though people are putting effort to ban plastic products, percentage of the leaked plastic or trash isn't decreasing?
Mm-hmm. So it's like people are trying to ban plastic bags, but at the same time, there's only so much that these bans can do. So yes, you can ban plastic bags and all these other plastic materials, but when you look at it at like a bigger picture, when you look at it from a bigger scale, it's not really doing as much as they expect it to do. So yes, it's not really decreasing plastic is what the paragraph is trying to say. Okay, 그러면은 okay, this is kind of hard to read. 그러면 it부터 millions까지 하늘이가 읽어볼까?
It took less than 4 decades for plastic bags to make the transition from marvel to menace. Plastic bags were born in the post-World War II explosion of manufactured plastic household goods and become popular in the 1970s. By the end of the 1980s, grocery stores in the United States had switched from paper to plastic. Plastic bags proliferated after that by the millions.
Thank you. So this word that we looked at earlier, proliferated, which means to increase quickly, has appeared again. And now we're talking about a different topic. Does anybody know what the main idea of this? Wait, never mind. Wait. Okay. We need to finish reading that. 그러면은 firm부터 institution 내가 읽을게. Firm statistics about the number of plastic shopping bags manufactured today are elusive. Even the American Progressive Bag Alliance, an industry trade group, says it does not know the figure. The UN estimates that between 1 and 5 trillion bags are produced worldwide. Even using the lowest figure, that translates into bag use of 2 million bags per minute, according to the Earth Policy Institute. So what are these two paragraphs trying to tell us?
That plastic is increasing.
So they talk about this post World War II explosion, where after World War II, people started using more and more plastic bags until right now they're saying that we use 2 million plastic bags per minute. So basically the point is that we use a lot of plastic bags, simply put. 미안해, 나 지금 my foot's asleep, so I'm trying to not sound stupid. But anyways, let's continue. 그러면 the부터 film까지 지원이가 읽어볼까?
The proliferation of bags was enough to overwhelm even Western nations' waste collection system. And it hasn't helped that flimsy film bags are among the least recycled plastic products. Even though polyethylene can be easily recycled. In the United States, few sorting facilities accept them as they tend up to jam up machinery not suited to processing film.
Thank you. 그럼 plastic부터 fragments까지 혜인이가 읽어볼까?
Plastic bags are in the top 5 items found in beach and river cleanups, and the harm to wildlife has been well documented. Once in the sea, they can quickly degrade. In a dramatic experiment at Plymouth University in Britain, Richard Thompson, a marine scientist who coined the term microplastics, and 2 of his students fed pieces of a plastic to amphipods, tiny shrimp-like crustaceans, and found critters could quickly shred a single bag into 1.75 million microscopic fragments.
그러면 bags부터 elephants까지 예지가 읽어볼까?
Bags are also consumed whole by sea turtles, dolphins, and whales. In the last month alone, 2 more dead whales' stomachs crammed with bags and other plastics washed up on beaches, adding to a growing tally. In Kenya, it's cattle and elephants.
Okay, so we've looked at 3 kind of paragraphs that are talking about the effects of plastic waste and what it does. Does anybody want to say what exactly they're saying that this plastic waste is doing?
They're harming the environment and the animals.
Harming the environment and the animals. You have whales who are eating this. Marine life is eating this. It's not processable. They can't the machines at recycling centers can't process it that well. And all these different things, it's negatively harming the environment. Very good. So, starting from in to task, 하늘이가 한번 읽어보는데 하늘 마이크가 잘 안 들려. 그래서 조금만 크게 얘기를 해주면 좋겠어.
지금 잘 들리나요? In the United States, the bag industry has sought legislation that would improve recycling. Meanwhile, it has invested in bins placed at store entrances in hopes that shoppers will drop off used bags that will be remade into new bags, completing the circle. But trying to persuade consumers in a nation with a 9% recycling rate to take the extra steps and cart used bags back to stores may prove to be a Sisyphean task.
Sisyphean? I actually don't know how to pronounce that either, so it's okay. We spend literally hundreds of millions of dollars in the recycling of plastic retail bags, including stretch film, dry cleaner bags, bread bags, ice bags, you name it, says Matt Seaholm, the executive director of the American Progressive Bag Alliance, which bills itself as the front line against bans and taxes. That includes buying stuff from places that are collecting it. We would love more stores to be involved. We would love more stores to promote it more. We would love stores to have cashiers who tell folks they can bring their bags back. So looking at these two paragraphs, what is the main idea that they are trying to deliver to us?
Could it be that even though many people aren't recycling, we should try to recycle?
So they talk about persuade consumers in a nation with a 9% recycling rate. So not many people recycle, whether it's in the US. In this case, it's in the US, but even outside of the US, not Korea because Korea has recycle, but in America, not too many people recycle. So they're saying that it's not easy for people to recycle, but you still should, is the point that they're making. Let's move on. This article is kind of long, so sorry guys. in부터 탄자니아까지 지원이가 읽어볼까?
In Kenya, the bag ban has faced a sequence of rocky challenges. The Kenya Association of Manufacturers unsuccessfully opposed the ban in court, warning that as many as 10,000 jobs in the plastic manufacturing industry could be lost. Once it took effect, the ban prompted the creation of bag cartels that smuggled illegal plastic bags from neighboring Uganda and Tanzania.
Thank you very much. So again, we are looking for the main idea of the paragraphs. Sorry guys, this is very repetitive, but there's so many paragraphs in this article and we kind of have to look at all of them. So please bear with me. Main ideas. Does anybody want to suggest what the main idea could be?
Is it that banning plastic can cause a lot of jobs to be lost?
So they ban these plastic bags for the environment, but they realize it's causing social problems. People who have jobs related in the plastic manufacturing industry are losing jobs because they're like, you can't have plastic bags anymore, so they're losing their jobs. And now there's people smuggling plastic bags from like neighboring countries that still allow plastic bags because they can't have it in their own nation. So they're doing illegal smuggling in order to use these plastic bags because they're convenient. Okay. From on to mosquitoes. 한번 예지가 읽어볼까?
On that, he may have a point. Litter still collects in abundant amounts on the Kenyan landscape. Still, the country appears in some ways visibly cleaner. Bags that once hung like windblown shrouds from tree branches are fewer in number, as are clumps of bags that clogged drainage systems and created breeding pools for malaria-bearing mosquitoes.
Very good. Does anybody want to tell me the main idea of this paragraph? We only have one left, so.
Is it that because of because they banned plastic bags, the country is more cleaner in some way?
After they ban the plastic bags, they're noticing that the environment is getting cleaner bit by bit, even if it's not a lot at a time. Okay, 그러면은 everyone부터 it까지 혜인이가 한번 읽어보자.
Everyone is watching Kenya now because of the bold step we took, Wang Gu says, "We are not looking back. We are not relenting." But the government moved to widen the ban. It is confronting new challenges. The government now wants to ban non-woven shopping bags, those very eco-friendly bags that replaced the flimsy bags in 2017. The ban was to begin this month, but has been blocked by the court while manufacturers seek to stop it.
Thank you. So last paragraph. What is the main idea of this paragraph?
Is it that Kenya is trying to ban plastic bags?
Yes. So basically this entire article has been talking about Kenya's ban on plastic bags, right? And now they're summing it up. They're like, so these are the effects that we've seen in Kenya's plastic bag ban. And they're also talking about the potential future where Kenya is trying to make the ban wider and more enforced in a sense. Okay, guys, that was the last main idea you guys will ever look at. I'm just kidding. That you guys will look at it in 3 weeks or 3 to 4 weeks when you go to school, but no more main ideas. It's okay. No more main ideas. Those things like haunt me before I go to bed. So no more main ideas for now. We can now work on our mock debate. So what you guys are going to do is, I know that you guys have teams. So Yeji and Hain are one team. 하고 지원이랑 하늘이가 한 팀인데, so you guys all know which side you are on. Yes. So you know which side you're on, and basically, because this is a mock debate, you'll write your first sentence down in this box. There's a thing for both of you guys where you guys have a practice 1 and a practice 2, but basically find the one that has your argument on it, and then you will write a first sentence, and you'll write a second, and then you will write a speech, an outline for your speech, depending on what side you're on, and you will find evidence from the article that we just read. You can use quotations and so on and so forth to write an outline, and then I don't know yet which team is going to present first. We're going to decide that in a minute, but whichever team goes first, one moment, questions later. Whichever team goes first, they will make their speech, and while the opposing team is making a speech, the other team can do POIs. And we have made it that you have to at least write and ask one POI, and if you are making your speech, you have to answer at least one POI. But if you don't know the answer to the POI that is asked you, then you are welcome to have your teammate answer for you if they can. Does that make sense? So, Hain had a question. Yes.
Are we going to have speaker 1, speaker 2, and stuff like that?
No. So what we're gonna do is that you guys have each other's like katalog or like whatever system you guys are using right now to work with each other. You guys will use that and make one speech, and then one person from your team will present this speech. All good? Okay, so now we're going to decide who is going to speak first. Does anyone on either team want to speak first? No. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you guys don't want to speak first. Then let's see. 그러면은 예지랑 하늘이랑 each think of a number between 1 through 10, and whoever is closer to the number I'm thinking of, you guys are going first. All right, I will give you 5 seconds to think of a number. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeji, what is your number?
The lucky 7.
Okay. 하늘이?
8.
I was thinking of 7, so unfortunately, Yeji's team is first. Wow, that was almost telepathy. Wow, you read my mind. Okay, so I'll give you guys let's see, like 15 minutes, so until 8 o'clock, to write out your speech together, text each other, if you need. So 15 minutes, write your speeches. Let's go.
언니, 쌤.
Uh-huh.
오잉.
Sorry, I was muted. Yes.
이거 step 1만 하는 거예요? Are we only doing step 1?
No. You are writing your speech while contacting your partner. Right.
Okay. Do you need 3 reasons?
It would be best if you have 3 reasons. You don't need to have exactly 3 reasons.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
I have another question.
Yes.
Could we like research like, for example, definitions of words or like closely related things?
I can allow up to definitions of words. Closely related subjects, I cannot allow.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, let's get started with our speeches
We
because
have some more time.
okay, I'll give to 8:05 because okay, 8:05. Okay. We need to start now because class ends at 30 and we don't have much time. It is okay if your speech is not like 200% complete because no doubt the opposing team's speech is probably also not 200% complete. So 지금부터는 다들 마이크랑 카메라를 켜고 한번 혜인이가 Okay. 자, 그러면 혜인이 예지 팀 who is going to be your speaker?
I can be the speaker.
You can be the speaker. Okay. So Yeji's going to be the speaker. 지원이랑 하늘이는 그러면 if you look down, you'll have the POIs. So while they are speaking, you are listening to their points and making POIs. Like we talked about last week in the skits that me and Ricky did, there are a lot of different ways that you can use POIs, but for this one, I'm going to say that you can say reiteration counts as a POI. If you're asking somebody to repeat something, that does count as a POI, but do at least ask one POI and make sure to write it down in the box. 그러면은 지금부터 예지, please bring your argument.
Plastic bags should not be banned because people can lose their jobs. There are more than 100,000 jobs in the plastics manufacturing industry, and if plastic bags are banned, then all those jobs will be lost. Another reason why we should not ban plastic bags is because banning plastic bags does not decrease any plastic. So going through all the hard work of not using plastic bags and looking for other bags we can reuse without much result is not smart. Lastly, we should not ban plastic bags because banning plastic bags costs illegal plastic bag smugglers. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, very good. So that was their speech on why plastic bags should not be banned. So 지원이랑 하늘이, are there any POIs that you would like to make?
Could you like reiterate the first and second point, please, really shortly? For now.
The first and the second point, right? So our first point was that plastic bags should not be banned because people can lose their jobs. And the second point is that from banning plastic bags can created illegal plastic bag smugglers. And the third one is from banning plastic bags, this didn't really decrease any plastic, so it's kind of useless to go through all the hard work of not using plastic bags.
Good. Very good.
Can I do a POI?
Yes.
Could the opposition speaker state why illegal smuggler of plastic bags would be a reason to ban plastic products?
Wait, oh, sorry. It's because from doing illegal stuff could harm that Pacific area, like the government could get bad, I guess. And personally, illegal stuff is very bad to do. So yeah.
Can I help?
Yes.
Help me.
Um, because smuggling and doing illegal stuff can cause many people to do that, and then in the end, people can all start stealing plastic bags, and it wouldn't be good for everyone because stealing is bad. It says in the Bible that stealing is bad, so don't steal.
Okay, that was a pretty solid argument. Okay. 자, 그러면은 if that's POIs are done, are there any more POIs that the other opposing team would like to make?
Can I try one?
Yes.
So you said that banning the plastic bags will make many people lose their job. And I thought, won't there be enough other jobs to fill all of the lost jobs?
It's a very good point. Who wants to answer that?
Wait, what?
Well, if you basically major or go to college for one job, then it's hard to hang on to these other jobs where you have to learn new stuff and learn how to do them, and you can get really confused, and it won't be easy, and so many people can fail and sometimes be bankrupt or something. So so losing jobs can be very difficult to hang on to a new job.
Yeah. Oh, and also if you are in a very poor household, it would be really hard to find a better job to like help your family and stuff.
Also, and if every person who has a plastic job kind of thing loses their job, then they're all gonna be looking for a new job, and then there's gonna be so many people just looking for new jobs that some of them won't be able to make it, and some of them will be fired, and there's gonna be chaos.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Jiwani?
I have one more.
Yes.
So, does the opposition speaker mean that because banning plastic products don't affect much, does it mean that plastic products should be used continuously, and that people should not even try to help save the environment?
Well, people are already stealing. They once tried to ban it, and people were already stealing plastic bags. And so if you do ban plastic bags, it said there was not much result. So basically, if you are trying to use different things that also harm the world in some ways, then there would really be no point in trying to work so hard for just a little bit of results. And yeah.
Oh, also from trying to ban plastic bags, people would try to maybe substitute plastic bags to other resources, which could maybe cause more harm to the environment.
Okay, it's 8:15, so we're going to let the opposing team make their argument now. Who is your speaker? Okay, 그럼 하늘이가 make your argument, please.
Plastic bags should be banned because, firstly, they are harmful for animals. Many animals that confuse plastic products with food die after eating plastic bags. Second, banning the usage of plastic bags decreases the environment of malaria-bearing mosquitoes. In Kenya, after banning plastic bags, habitats of malaria-bearing mosquitoes which are plastic bags, have decreased. Lastly, banning plastic products is beneficial to the environment, as plastic bags, especially flimsy plastic bags, are hard to be recycled and end up in oceans and wildlife to ruin the environment.
Okay, is that all your points?
Yes.
Okay. Now that you guys have listened, Yeji and Hain, it is your chance to make the POIs. So I'll give you some freedom to make some POIs if you haven't.
Can the proposition speaker repeat the 3 points again, please?
The first point is that the plastic bags are harmful for animals. And the second is that the usage of plastic bags, banning the usage of plastic bags decrease the malaria-bearing mosquitoes. And the third is that the plastic products can be really harmful for environment.
Okay, so based on what she said, do you guys have any POIs yet, or are you still in the progress of making these POIs?
I don't know if this is a POI, but POI can the proper okay. I don't know what to say. The proposition speaker is banning plastic bags all about just animals?
Not really. It is also about animals, and it was we wrote that it can be harmful also to environments, and it can really also be harmful for people.
Like, I really didn't understand your question. Do you mean we should reiterate the points, or was it a few?
Wait, sorry, can you repeat that again?
I didn't understand the question fully.
Okay.
Did you, yeah.
Yeah. I'm hearing mostly about plastic. Banning them are going to harm less of the animals, and yeah, I just wanted to know if banning plastic bags was all about animal, and if we did ban plastic bags, how it would help people, humans in general, because even though we do use other bags, those bags also harm the world. So yeah.
Proposition team, do you have a response?
We're not sure if we can answer this because about the people thing, it wasn't stated on the article, so.
Mm-hmm. That's true. It wasn't something that was mentioned inside the article. So if POIs, if possible, if they could really be related to content that was in the article, that would be very helpful.
I just stated that because the proposition speaker said that what do you call it? Plastic bags, banning them also help people, and I just want to know how, because using other bags can also harm the world. So.
Oh, that's because plastic bags are the most used bags.
That is true. And it's also slightly mentioned in the article when they talk about the proliferating increase in plastic bag use. Does the opposition team have any other POIs to make?
No.
Can you state the 3 things again? The main points.
Oh my lord. Okay, I don't think that you have to do that again. I'll accept it as a POI, but if if that's the case, you can't just make T1 and Sky keep repeating the points that they already made. But I will accept it as a POI in that case. Well, then, okay, let's see. So, I am not going to judge this debate today simply because you guys are going to do a debate on the same topic on Monday. But I hope that was a little bit of a taste of what you guys will get to do on Monday, except on Monday it'll be more formal. Like me and Ricky are going to start talking weird and we're going to start using very formal language. And there's going to be a weird teacher that you've never seen before. She's going to be sitting in the corner. So prepare yourselves for that, mentally prepare yourselves. And all that. And one thing that Ricky has told me to remind you guys is Monday's class is going to be a little bit longer than usual, simply because the debates will take up time. And there will anyways, there will be it will be longer than usual. So there is that. And so yeah, just mentally prep yourselves. It's gonna be longer. And if you do make it into the final round, you will have to speak. So even if you think like, oh, like I'm definitely gonna lose and like I'm not even gonna make it to the final round, at least prepare something, because if you do make it to the final round, you're gonna be very embarrassed if you have nothing to say to the opposing team. So at least prepare something, if nothing, like prepare something, because once you get to the final round, then it's life or death. If you have nothing to say, then you could have gotten the chicken and you didn't. It's like, it's bad. It's just bad, okay? There's a difference between getting a 30 on a test and getting a 98 and wishing you could have gotten 100. So just keep that in mind. And also one thing is I've noticed a lot of people are having like audio problems. So just prepare for that. If you feel like you will have audio problems or anything related to that, then tell us, let us know if you think that's going to be a problem, and we'll try to 조정해서 we'll try to make it work out. Then I think because we've already discussed homework in class, I will let you guys out now. Thank you for working hard on your debate, on doing your POIs, and providing a very entertaining debate. 수고했고, 우리 월요일 날 봅시다, 다들. 안녕.
Thank you.
Thank you.